No wild favorite of the Phillies versus the New York Mets for round two, game number one, the other three-game series. And the Phillies are back after the All-Star break. This is the back at the All-Star break. This is the second half of the season, the first game after the All-Star break, taking on the Mets. And we know Juan Soto played with the National League on Tuesday night, but now he's back with his regular team. We're going to make them look bad. So, the Phillies got this game 54 and 42 on the season. The Mets got this game 40 and 57 on the season. And yeah, let's see how those games going to go. And, pitching for the Phillies tonight will be Aaron Nola. And pitching for the Mets tonight will be Christian Scott. So let's go, boys. Let's start the second season right. So, let's start the second right. And the Phillies are wearing their powder blues tonight. And the Mets are wearing the gray jersey. So let's see how this goes. So, let's get it going. And this game got moved to 6:10 because of the air quality in Philadelphia because of the Canadian wildfires. So that's the reason for that, why the game got moved up. So if you don't understand the reason for that, that's the reason why. Because you got to think of the help with the players and the fans. And they said that the heat and they said the smoke and next gets up to 200, they will take the players off the field and everything. So that's the reason for that. You got to think about people's health and company first, You got to think about that. That's important. That's important though. Oh, and also back in the starting lineup for the first time since you've been on it, since you had the left knee soreness. Number 2, Justin Crawford is back in the lineup for the Phillies tonight. So Darren Hill filled in for Justin Crawford during the time he was injured. Now Justin Crawford is back in the lineup tonight to play his first game since he recovered from his left knee soreness. So it's good to have Justin Crawford back in. So Darren Hill's coming off the bench. So that's going to be the fairness for tonight. So and yeah. So we're gonna need that. And the game and we're in the Vice of Jersey on guys. And you can watch this game on ESPN. So you know how this goes on ESPN. So nationally televised. So yeah, so how that goes. How these nationally televised games go on a Thursday, on July. So here gonna mess up on we have AJ Ewing, Juan Soto, Bo Chad, Francisco Lindor, Carson Laney, George Pelenko, Jerry Young, Red Lady, and Francisco Alvarez. And that's your New York Mets starting lineup. With a mini crab 46, 463, 79. And we're on the way, guys. So coming at the bat for the Mets, we have AJ Ewing coming back for the Mets. No Mets players on base. 0 outs. Top of the first. Here we go. Aaron Nola got a pitch in for your AJ Greenwood. Right now, catcher goes the ball is 1-0. And Aaron Nola got another pitch in for your AJ Greenwood. Right now, catcher goes strike one is 1-1. And Nola got another pitch for your AJ Greenwood. And AJ Ewing, that's for Tom Yo. AJ Ewing, you're right in the bat box, 6 on base runs. And Aaron Nola got another pitch in for your AJ Greenwood. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Is it 1-2? Yeah, mini crab, 46, 379. You don't have to say hot twice. You only got to say it one time. Yes, really good. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2. And Aaron Nola got another pitch for you, AJ Greenwood. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. AJ Ewing is out. AJ Ewing got strike the F out by Aaron Nola. Go sit in that mess that got you here. First strike for Aaron Nola, 1K. Oh, here come Juan Soto. Now we can hate Juan Soto tonight. Because remember, I told people in the All-Star game you can't hate him, but now you got to hate him tonight. So coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have Juan Soto next to bat for the Mets. The Mets players on base. 1 out. 1 out. Top of the first. Here we go. Juan Soto, you stank in the All-Star game, and you know that. And I hate you tonight, so. So, Aaron Nola got a pitch for you on, get ready for it. Right now, catch goes the balls 1-0. Aaron Nola got another pitch for you on, get ready for it. Right now, catch goes strike 1-1. And and Aaron Nola got another pitch coming for you on, get ready for it. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Wait, the Mets are charging this? I figured they were charging this ABS system by. That's a ball. Come on. Come on, man. That's a ball, really? Seriously? I'm not bro, Zane. I'm a woman, not a man. Don't call me bro. Yeah, Zane, I'm a woman, not a man. So, swinging the rays and striking with a two, and we're gonna push you on going for one. Run that catch goes to roll. Run that catch goes to roll two, the 2-2. You can't those. You're not Mariah Carey. You don't even try to be funny with that one. And we're gonna fix gonna be on going for it. Run that catch goes to roll three, so 3-2 the full kill. Thank you, Zane, for the 100 super game. Since you're new to the channel, so I'm gonna give you, you didn't know. And we're gonna fix what you want. Going for swinging that go right into the grass, and that's a single. And Juan Soto will race the first base for the Mets. Juan Soto singles on the ground ball to the center fielder. Justin Carlin is back in the lineup. Deflected by the shortstop Trey Turner. Trey Turner, why you got to deflect that? After Justin Carlin called in there, you deflected it. Trey Turner, really? My God. Really? Trey Turner, you stank, bro. So coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we got Vocek. Next, the bat for the Mets, we got one Mets player on first base, one out, top of the first. Here we go. Aaron Nola got the pitch, get it by you, go for it. Run that catch go, the strike one is 0-1. We just found out, guys, that we're having baseball next year, guys. Got the Phillies schedule. The Phillies 2027 schedule had just been released. So you got to follow the Phillies on X to see the 2027 schedule. So if you want to see that, you go to the Phillies X page, or you go to the Phillies Nations X page, and you'll have the schedule right there. So the teams the Phillies going to be playing. So, you know. And Nola got another pitch for you, ball going for it. Swinging the man, strike 2-2. Nola got another pitch for you, ball going for it. You swing at that one, that's a 5 ball 0-2. And Nola got another pitch coming for you, ball going for it. Oh, you love baseball, Zane? So, Zane, what baseball team are you a fan of? You swing at that one, that's a 5 ball 0-2. And Nola got another pitch coming for you, ball going for it. Right now, catcher goes rolls 1-2. Yeah, Zane, you answered my question. I say, what baseball team you're a fan of? You can't have all favorites. You gotta pick one baseball team. You can't have all favorites. You gotta pick one. And we're gonna face gonna go for it. And Bocek grounded into a double play. Yes, Bocek grounded into a double. Bocek grounded into a double play to the first base to the first baseman. Bryce Harper do it to the shortstop Trey Turner. Do it back to the first baseman Bryce Harper. Juan Solo's out at second base, and Bocek is out at first base. And that's the outs for the Mets. So we have a scoreless game, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the bottom of the first, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies turn the bat. Let's see what the Phillies do. Turn the bat at the bottom of the first. And the three Philly players to the bat at the bottom of the first would be Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, and Bryce Harper. And just notice, guys, you can get college football on the EAM on your computer. You can college football 27 on the EAM. You can actually buy it and play it. So that's a thing I might think looking to get in there. Don't call me shorty, Drew. I'm not. I got a girl. I'm a girl, but I got a girlfriend. So don't even try it. Don't even try that. So. Just for your respect, Drew. This is my girlfriend right here. So I don't like men, so don't even try to call me shorty. So get that through your goddamn head. So there you go. If you don't know, now you know. So and here goes face start lineup. We got Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Brandon Marshall in left field, Ellen Boone, Bryce Stott, JT Real, Gabriel Coney Jr. in right field, and Justin Carver in center field. And that's your Philly start lineup. So coming at the bat for the Phillies, we have Trey Turner on the bat for the Phillies. No Philly fans on base. 0 outs. Bottom of the first. Here we go. Christian Scott got the pitch. Going to reach Trey ready for running catch goes strike to one. Christian Scott got the pitch for Trey ready for. And Trey Turner lines out to the center fielder AJ Eaglin. And Trey Turner's out. Trey Turner over 1. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have Kyle Schwarber next to bat for the Phillies. No Philly players on base. 1 out. Bottom of the first. Here we go. Christian Scott got a pitch going to reach Schwarber ready for it. Riders catch a gun, and strike one is over 1. And Christian Scott got another pitch going to reach forward, ready for it. He swung at that one, that's a 5 balls, 0 2. What's up, Winston? And Christian Scott got another pitch going to reach forward, ready for it. And Kyle Schwarber flies out to the center field and AJ England. And Kyle Schwarber's out. Kyle Schwarber, you're over 1. Yeah, because the true guy called me damn shorty. And I know a shorty, calling somebody shorty is something that New York guys say. That's something that New York guys call their women and stuff. But I'm not his woman, so, you know. So, you know. Don't hit Zane. Zane likes baseball. Don't say that. Zane didn't say anything bad. He just talked about he loves baseball. He didn't say anything bad about me. He just said he loved baseball. He didn't say anything bad or anything. And the only thing he made, I told him I already talked to him about the whole, call me a bro and everything. I already talked to him about it. So I already corrected that one. So you don't have to time him out for that. I already corrected him for that. He said sorry for that one. So he made a mistake. So you have to time him out for that because he said sorry for that. So you don't have to do that. He already said sorry for that. Yeah, he already said sorry for that. Yeah, because he apologized for that because he didn't know. But, Yeah, so coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have White Sox next to bat the Phillies. No Phillies runners on base. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Here we go. Harvard Nation. Harvard Nation. Harvard Nation. Yeah, but I already talked to the person about it. He responded back saying, he said, I'm sorry. He didn't know. So he didn't know because, he didn't know. So he said sorry. And then we started talking about baseball today. So, you know. And Christian Scott got a pitch when he runs when the catch goes straight one. Christian Scott never pitch he runs when the catch goes one. Christian Scott got never pitch he runs swinging away strike 2 1 and 2. He's got never pitch he runs swinging 5 1 and 2. And Christian got never pitch he runs swinging away no strike 3 right over down. Right over the over 1 with your first strikeout. So it's okay, Wednesdays. I accept your apology. Yeah, I accept your apology, Wednesdays. And that's 3 outs for the Phillies. So we still was close game, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of the first, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the second inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Mets turn the bat. Let's see what the Mets can do to turn the bat at the top of the second. And the 3 Mets plays the bat at the top of the second lead. Francisco Lindor, Carson Viego, and George Poland can go. Yeah, I said sorry to you Wednesday, so I said accept your apology. And I wrote to you in the message thing Wednesdays. Justin Carver was on the Phillies lineup when spring training started. Derek Hill was never on the Phillies team when the spring training thing started. He was not even on the Phillies. Derek Hill was with the Chicago White Sox at the time. So technically, Justin Carver is the everyday center fielder since from spring training to when the season started. So so that's the whole reason for that. So that's why So technically. Then Justin Carver made the Phillies overday roster when after spring training. So technically, Derek Hill was just filling in for Justin Carver when he got injured. So technically, Justin Carver was the everyday center fielder, and because Justin Carver was on the team anyway before the Phillies did the trade with the White Sox to get Derek Hill. So you gotta understand that that's just the whole reason for that. That was the whole reason for that. Because when Bob Thomas was the manager, Justin Carver was the everyday center fielder, and that's the whole point for that. So it's not Justin Carver's fault that he got injured. So, but you can't just take somebody's starting job away from a rookie like Justin Carver just because he got injured. You can't do that. Yeah, you just can't do that, Winston. You can't just you can't do that because that's what I'm just saying. So you can't do that. You just can't get, yeah, so, and Don Mary knows how good Derek Hill is, and he will use him in games here and there, but you're not going to let him just take Justin Carver's spot altogether and just kick Justin Carver to the bench like that. You can't just do that, yeah, you can't just do that to Justin Carver and just leave him on the bench like that, because that wouldn't be fair if you do that. Because that's not fair to do that to a rookie who just started on a team, and you just can't just have them. He'll just take over his spot like that, Yeah, so that's just what I'm saying. When it's to let you know, because you didn't know that stuff, so you can't just do that. So that's just one thing. That's how it goes, It was you still expect the Phillies the best wishes tonight. Yeah, the best wishes tonight for that, Second half of the season, we gotta see how it goes. But did you see the schedule I sent you Wednesdays for the 2027 season? The Phillies do play the Detroit Tigers in the April and stuff. So very much like we get to play your Tigers, your second team next year. So we have baseball next year. So and we playing baseball. Remember when I said there was gonna be a lockout next year? But then I get the message on X saying like, oh, here's the Phillies 2027. The Phillies 2027 schedule is released. I'm like, wait a minute. So we have baseball next year then. I'm like, hey, well, at least that's better than I was worried like we weren't gonna have none. So yeah, I guess I think rather D. Medford decided to have baseball for next year, so that's a good feeling. Yeah, so I guess we have baseball next year, so coming at the bat for the Mets, we have Francisco Lindor going to bat for the Mets. No Mets face on legs. 0 outs. Top of the second. Here we go. And only got a pitch swing. Lindor is waiting for it. And Francisco Lindor flies out to the right field. Gabriel McCullough Jr. Francisco Lindor is out. Coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Cards in the end, next to the Mets, the Mets plays on base, one out, top of second, here we go. And we're going to pitch for your cards in the 24, running catch, go strike with one. And we're going to pitch your cards in the 21, cards in the end, expect time, young cards in the end, the red, 6 1 base one. And we're going to pitch for your cards in the 24, running catch, go to one. And we're going to pitch your cards and swing, the minute strike 2 1 and 2. And we're going to pitch your cards and go away, swing that goes right into the grass. And that's a single. And cards in the end, will the first base for the Mets. And cards in the end, singles on the ground ball to the left field and Bernie Marsh. Dang it, Bernie Marsh. You can't catch a baseball. You were terrible in your All-Star game. Couldn't hit for shits. Like, yeah, we're going to talk about that when you get the bat. Mm-hmm. So coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we got George Williams coming next to that for the Mets. We got one Mets player on first base. One out. Top of the second. Here we go. Aaron over there, the pitch going away. George waiting for it. And George Polanco hots out to the shortstop, Trey Turner. And George Polanco is out. I don't know. I don't know what they had. What's next? I can't even answer for them. But I don't know if that's true or anything. I don't know if that's true yet. Because LeBron James hasn't decided what team he's going to play for yet. Because I read somewhere on X that LeBron James is going to make his decision on what team he wants to play for next season in the NBA when the summer league is over. And the last day for the summer league is this Sunday. So with the NBA Summer League. So after the NBA Summer League is over on Sunday, LeBron James gonna make a decision on what team he's gonna play for. So and then we'll have the answer today. So coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have Jerry Young. Next to bat for the Mets, we have one Mets player on first base. 2 outs, top of the second. Here we go. And we're going to pitch for you, Jerry. Go wait for running catch goes balls now. And we're going to pitch for you, Jerry. Go wait for it. And we're going to pitch over this first baseman. Right over to make sure that Carson ain't going to go to first base bag. Make it 10-1 at first base. And we're going to pitch for you, Jerry. Go wait for it. Running catch goes balls. Running catch goes strike 1. And we're going to pitch for you, Jerry. Go wait for it. And then JT Miller threw a pitch over to his shortstop, try to tag on Cosby and take over the save at second base. And this is Cosby his 16th steal on the 2026 season on second base. And Aaron Nolan got another pitch connected with Jared going for it. He's swinging that one. That's a 5-0, 1-2. See that? What's that? As soon as you said where Star was at, look at that. Star Wars pops up. As soon as you said where Star was Slim, where's King, Reaper was King, Star Wars shows on. As soon as you said that. And Nolan got another pitch coming up for you, Jared. Go ahead for it. He's swinging that one. That's a 5-0, 1-2. So he has another 5-0, still 1-2. It's a Canadian wildfire. That's what it is on Star Wars. That came only from Canada. So it's like it got into New York and Chicago and then it got over here to Philadelphia. So and Aaron Nolan got another pitch for Jerry waiting for his swing and a miss and that strike there. And Jerry Young is out. Jerry Young, you got to strike the F out by Aaron Nolan. So send that mess there go, yeah. Second strike of Aaron Nolan, 2 Ks. And that's 3 outs for the Mets. So the score is the Mets has it. So we still score this game, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the bottom of the second, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies turn the bag. Let's see the Phillies do the turn the bag at the bottom of the second. And the 3 Philly players do the bag at the bottom of the second week. Brandon Marsh, Alec Bohm, and Bryson Stein. Yeah, no. What the problem is, Wednesdays, we have like a bad air quality thing going on. So because it's a Canadian wildfire thing that's happening. So the Canadian wildfire that's happening in Canada, the smoke from the Canadian wildfire is coming all the way to the north, where cities like Chicago, New York, Philadelphia. So people in Chicago are getting the effects of the smoke. People over here on the East Coast, like New York and Philadelphia, getting the effects of the smoke and stuff. So that's what's happening. So and that's why the air quality is bad. So yeah, they showing Spider-Man in the Met Stadium with Mr. Mets. Oh yeah, because Spider-Man is the king of New York. So if you think about that. So you know that's the thing. So, and if any of you guys are Spider-Man fans, Spider-Man. If you anybody who's a Spider-Man fan, there's a new Spider-Man movie coming out the end of July on July 31st. Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out. So if you're a Spider-Man fan and you love if you're a fan of Zendaya, if you're a fan of Zendaya from Disney Channel, she's gonna be in the brand new Spider-Man Brand New Day movie. So if you've seen Zendaya in the last Spider-Man movie, Homecoming, she a positive role. Zendaya is a positive role as MJ in the new Spider-Man Brand New Day movie. So she comes back. The guy who brings Peter Parker comes back and his best friend. So yeah, so it's gonna be a good one if you're in the spot. If y'all end up talking Marvel characters. So you know, just so y'all know that. So yeah, it's from Canada. Yeah, Canada wildfire. Yeah, the smoke from that is traveling. So that's why they put a warning for Chicago, New York, and Philadelphia for you not to be outside in the air and stuff because it's not good for you to be outside. So yeah, and then the sun turns bright orange and stuff like it looks like the sun's on fire and stuff. It's a whole it's bad. And they said like if the air quality at the Phillies game gets to like 200 and stuff, they'll take the players off the field. They'll tell the fans to go to the concourse and everything and all that kind of stuff. It gets bad. Yeah, so you know, cause they got the safety of the players, the MVP. They got the safety of the players for this game for the Phillies and the Mets, cause you know, don't want nobody getting sick from the smoke and stuff. So they don't want it's just for that reason. Yeah, the Iron Pigs playing Lehigh Valley. So I don't know if Star is from Lehigh Valley. So coming up the bat for the Phillies, we have Vernon Marsh going to bat for the Phillies. No Philly Bears on base. 0 outs. Bottom of the second. Here we go. And Christian Scott got a pitch going to Vernon Marsh. Great board. Yeah, if you're a fan of Zendaya, you want to go see that new Spider-Man movie. Because, you know. And Christian Scott got a pitch to Marsh. Running catch goes strike one. Christian Scott got a pitch to Marsh. Vernon Marsh runs out to the first base with Jerry Young. Vernon Marsh is out. They went your board. Coming up next, the bat for the Phillies. We have Alec Bones next to bat for the Phillies. No Philly Bears on base. 1 out. Bottom of the second. Here we go. Christian Scott got a face gun there for you more before you get early get ready for it. Running catch goes strike with a one. Christian Scott got no face to early. Running catch goes strike 2 and 2. Christian Scott got no face to early get ready for it. Allen Bone grounds out to the third base and Volchek threw it to the first base and Jerry Young. And Allen Bone was out. Allen Bone was over 1. What do you mean? The Washington Nationals have a AAA team in Harrisburg? Wow, I did not know that. Coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have Bryson Stott next to bat for the Phillies. No Philly Bears on base. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Here we go. Christian Scott got a pitch gunner for you start the waiting for it. Running catch goes rolls 1-0. Christian Scott got another pitch gunner for you start the waiting for it. Running catch goes roll 2-0. And Christian got another pitch gunner for you start the waiting for it. Oh yeah, the head was in it, yeah. Running catch go to strike 1 is a 2-1. And Christian got another pitch gunner for you start the waiting for it. Running catch goes ball 3 is a 3-1. And Christian Scott got another pitch where he stopped. Christian got another pitch where he stopped the way forward. He swing it down when that's a 5 balls, a 3 and 2 to full count. So I want to let you know, guys, that me and my parents, we going to Atlantic City from August 12th to the 15th. So I won't be able to stream the Phillies, the Eagles' first preseason game against the Baltimore Ravens on the 15th because we'll be in Atlantic City. So just want to let y'all know that. But when I come back to trip, I will do the second and third preseason game with the Eagles. The second game against the Patriots on the 22nd, and then on the 28th against the Cincinnati Bengals. So yeah, so I'm just letting you know that. So that's next month. Oh yeah, so August 12th to 15th. So just let you know that. So I won't do the first one, but I will do the last two preseason game on 22nd and 28th of August. So that's against the Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. So y'all still get the last two preseason games, just not the first one. So I just want to let you know that. You didn't wait to see, so I just want to let you know that. So that way, y'all at least y'all knew. And Christian got another picture. He's talking ready for it. When catching a 3-1. Christian got another start swinging the 5-1-3-2. Christian got another pitch. Talking ready for it. Swinging the wrist and that strike thing. Right starts out. Right start, you overwhelmed with your first strikeout. And that's the for the Phillies. So he still was scores game, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of the second, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the third inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Mets turn to bat. Let's see if the Mets can do a turn to bat at the top of the third. And the three Mets played the bat top of the third will be Red Betty, Francisco Alvarez, and AJ Ewing. Oh, okay. What's the other saying? He said the Covenant Stone rating likes and dislikes the Harrisburg Senators are a double-A minor league team, not a triple-A team. Oh, yeah. See, sometimes you get that mixed up, the double-A teams and the triple-A teams mixed up because, y'all know what league they're in. They're all in the Grateful League for the minor leagues and stuff, but one's on the double A side, and one's on the triple A side, so y'all know which one. But sometimes people get those mixed up. They can't tell the difference between the two, so they kind of get those mixed up, so. Yeah, they're from the NWB show game. Yeah, that's a double A team. Yeah, it's a double A team, so. Here come Aaron over up the pitch, y'all. Back the pitch again. So coming at the bat for the Mets, we have Red Bat. He connects the bat for the Mets. No Mets plays on base. 0 outs, top of the third. Here we go. Aaron Nola got a pitch when you ready for it. Runner catch goes strike with 0-1. Aaron Nola got another pitch when you ready for it. Runner catch goes balls 1-1. Aaron Nola got another pitch when you ready for it. And Red Betty flies out to the center fielder, Justin Culver, and Red Betty's out. Justin Culver catching everything since he came back off the injury, come back from his injury. Hey, Justin Culver is playing good tonight. We haven't seen Justin Culver hit yet, but his defense is doing great. That injury, he recovered from that so fast, and look at him, Justin Culver catching baseballs. Oh, yeah, and Brad Keller's injured, by the way, guys. So Brad Keller is injured. He's on the 50-yard run because he tore his UCL. He went to his UCL, got a UCL tear or whatever. So now Seth Johnson is back up in the league. So if you look at it on the group chat, you can see that. If you're on the group chat, Star Wars and West on the group chat, you can see that. So that way you know that happens. So coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have Francisco Alvarez next to the bat for the Mets. So Mets plays on base, one out, top of the third. Here we go. And Nola got a pitch, getting over Alvarez, going for a run, catch goes strike with 0-1. And Nola got a pitch, Alvarez, going for Francisco Alvarez, that's what time are you? Francisco Alvarez, going to the river to some baseballs. And Nola got another pitch, getting over Alvarez, going for it. He's swinging that one, that's a 5-0-2. What's up, Rapid Fire Weaver? Yeah, Weaver. And everything's going well with me. And Nola got another pitch, getting over Alvarez, going for it. Running catch goes rolls 1 and 2. Yeah. Because I know how people thought today was your birthday, Wednesdays. I know how you thought today was. Oh my God. Aaron Nola got another pitch coming for Alvarez going for it. Running catch rolls 1 and 2. And look at the pitch Alvarez going for it. He's swinging that, go high, go way back there, that ball is going, gone. Solo home run for Francisco Alvarez and the Mets are on the board. So score the Mets have 1-1, the Phillies have 0 and the Mets get the first run score and about the top of the third. Thanks to Francisco Alvarez solo home run. This is Francisco Alvarez 10th home run on the 2026 season on the 5-0 to center field. Now it's 1-0 Mets. Don't get mad at Justin Carver. His first game back since the injury, okay? Right, we gotta cut Justin Carver some slack, you know. His first game back since since the injury, okay? You know, yeah, you know, you gotta give somebody some, you know, don't even start being harsh on Justin Carver. Yeah, yeah. Winstead's birthday was last month, so yeah, so it wasn't this month, so. Yeah, I said don't be hard on Justin Carver because you know. So coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have AJ Ewing next to bat for the Mets. No Mets fans on base, 1 out. Top of the third, here we go. AJ Ewing next for time, yo, AJ Ewing give up in the Mets, 1 base balls. And Aaron Nolan got another pitch, gonna be AJ waiting for it. Swing in the Mets, strike on 1. Aaron Nolan got another pitch, gonna be AJ waiting for it. He's swinging that was the foul was on 2. Aaron Nolan got another pitch, AJ waiting for it. Right now, catch goes balls 1 and 2. And no, got another pitch for AJ waiting for it. Swing in the Mets and that's strike 3. And AJ Eagle, you got to strike out yet again for the second time by Aaron Nolan. Aaron Nolan goes sit in that Mets strikeout yet again. Third strikeout for Aaron Nolan, 3 Ks. Yeah, we can be tough on Aaron Nolan, but just don't be on Justin Carver because you know Justin Carver's a rookie. We gotta give him a chance to do better. Aaron Nolan should know better, not let that home run to heaven. So you know, what's that Collins Summer? So coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have Juan Soto next to bat for the Mets. No Mets players on base. 2 outs, top of the third. Here we go. Aaron Nolan got a pitch for you want to wait for it. Run that catch goes, balls 1-0. Aaron Nolan got another pitch in there for you want to wait for it. Run that catch goes, ball 2 to 2-0. Yeah, Winston, you can boo the Mets. And you can say and you also another thing too you can do Winston. You can say Juan Soto stinks. You can say that too. Cause I know Tuesday I told you don't do it, but now today you can do it some. And no, we got another pitch gonna where you want to wait for it. Right now catch goes ball 3 to 3-0. If you want to, if you want to say Juan Soto stinks and he's a terrible, cause you're a Mets player, you can go ahead and do that. And only got another pitch gonna be one going for he's swinging that one. He's swinging that one. Run that cat. He's swinging that one. Run that cat. Got a strike 1 is a 3-1. Well, yeah, Aaron only has been struggling. You're right. Wednesdays he has. He needs to work on. He needs to work on getting better with the pitching and stuff. And only got another pitch gonna go. You want to wait for it. And Juan Soto asks for time on you. Juan Soto you're running the red lights on baseball. Aaron only got another pitch for you want to wait for it. And that is ball 4. And Juan Soto is walked to the first base for the Mets. Way to go, Aaron Nolan. You walked the first bat of the game, had to be Juan Soto. You know, there's nothing you can say about just having right there. And Raven says, if you could have any pitcher for any team, who you picking? I feel like once that's go with Cole Hamels, because Cole Hamels really good, yeah. For the Phillies, yeah, that's a good one to go win. If I have to pick one, who would I be picking? There's a lot of good pitchers, though. It's hard to pick. So, kind of, you know. Yeah, so Aaron Nolan, I mean, coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Bocek, and next to bat for the Mets, we got 1 Mets player on first base. 2 outs, top of the third, here we go. Aaron Nolan got a pitch for you, Vogue, away for it. Right that catch goes, balls 1-0. Aaron Nolan got a pitch for you, Vogue, away for it. Right that catch goes, strike 1-1-1. Well, he didn't say current player. He said if you could pick any pitcher from any team. Well, he didn't say he should have said current team. That would have made more sense. Yeah, that would have made more sense. Because if you was a current, yeah, that would make more sense. And only got another pitch, can they vote going forward? You swing it when that's the 5 was 1 and 2. And only got another pitch, can they vote? You vote going forward. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. Vote Chelly down. Vote Chelly, you got to strike that F out the second time by Aaron Nolan. Go send that mess down. Yeah. 4 strike by Aaron Nolan, 4 Ks. And that's 3 outs for the Phillies, 3 outs for the Mets. Let's go. The Mets have 1-1. The Phillies have 0 runs. Moving on to the bottom of the third, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Mets. It's the Phillies turn the red. Let's see the Phillies need to turn the red at the bottom of the third. Now it's 1-0 Mets. And the three Mets and the three Philly players do at the red at the bottom of the third will be JT Realmuto, Gabriel McCullough Jr., and Justin Crawford. You see as active players. I think he would do that. But I don't think I don't know if Terrence Gould was gonna be sticking with them. Was gonna be with them as gonna be with the Tigers that much longer because the way how that game went the way the game against the Phillies went. I don't know because the way that whole game went. We don't know. When you stop talking about Paul King's girlfriend, man, don't do that. The good thing you said it the right way, Weaver. Yeah, because Paul King does, does have a wife. You got that correct. And see, once that didn't forget that Paul King is married, and that's not just a girl, that's his wife, like literally. Yeah, but she's married to Paul King, so yeah, so Paul King's wife and girl is married to him, so well yeah, so you can't get with Paul King's wife anyway, so. But it's the pitching that's the problem. Don't it's the pitching that's the problem. The hitting's a little bit there, but the pitching is a little bit like it's the worst part. So it's the pitching that's the problem. The hitting is there. The pitching is the problem. I gotta go do some laundry, so I gotta go review this movie. Okay, we will come back when you can. We come at the bat for the Phillies. We have Justin Crawford. Come to the bat for the Phillies. We have J.T. Williams on the bat for the Phillies. No Philly players on base. 0 outs. Bottom of the third. Here we go. Christian Scott got a pitch. Gonna be JT get ready for it. He swings out, goes right to the grass, not a single. JT Williams gets the first base for the field. JT Williams got a hit. He's going for 1 yard. And JT Williams singles on the ground ball to the center field. AJ win. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we had Gabriel McCullough Jr. Next to bat for the Phillies, we got one big player on first base. 2-0 outs, bottom of the third. Here we go. Christian Scott got a pitch skinner for Gabriel. Get ready for it. Right, catch goes strike with 1. And Christian Scott got another pitch for Gabriel. Get ready for it. He's swinging down to 5-0-2. And Christian Scott got another pitch in there for you, Gabriel. Get ready for it. He's swinging down with us another 5-0, still 0-2. We do have an annual all-star starting pitcher, Christmas Sanchez. You got that one. And Christian Scott got another pitch for you, Gabriel. Get ready for it. And Gabriel Cooley Jr. strikes on the foul tip. And Gabriel Cooley Jr. is out. Gabriel Cooley Jr., you're 0 for 1 with your first strikeout. Oh, yeah, that YouTube Travis, yeah, that's his team right here. Well, he probably happy that the Mets got the first run on the board and it was a home run. Probably he's streaming the game right now. Probably happy about that. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we had Justin Crawford next to bat the Phillies. We got one Philly player on first base, one out, bottom of the third. Here we go. Christian Scott got a pitch getting away. Justin going forward. Riding his catch goes, balls 1-0. And Christian Scott got another pitch getting away. Justin going forward. And Justin Crawford pops out to the pitcher. Christian Scott in foul territory. And Justin Crawford's out. Justin Crawford, you over one. We got an injury away. The Mets catcher, Francisco Alvarez, just got hit with a baseball. Damn. Well, you know, just for that, man. Whoa! Justin Crawford was swinging that bat, and Justin Crawford was swinging the baseball bat, trying to hit the baseball, and then Justin Crawford's bat swing back around and hit Francisco Alvarez in the face. Justin Crawford, you just gonna hit Francisco Alvarez, the Mets catcher, in the face with your baseball bat? They ain't trying to take the Mets eye out. Like, come on, man. Watch where you swing that baseball bat, man. And they trying to hit the ball, but then you actually hit the catcher in the face. That's what, you know. Yeah. Because you watch the replay, the baseball bat went back and hit him right in the catcher's mid. Catcher's unmasked. Damn. And he spent blood out. Yeah, that's not good. That's right. So we think LeBron James coming to Philly. Well, first was saying that LeBron James might sign with Cleveland, but you never know. We'll never know. We gotta wait till after the NBA Summer League is over on Sunday and see when LeBron James is gonna pick where he's gonna go, and then we can settle everything. So, damn. I know Just Call feel bad about that. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we had Trey Turner next to bat the Phillies. We got one Philly player on first base, 2 outs, bottom of the third. Here we go. Christian Scott got a pitch getting very Trey going forward. Riding catch goes balls 1-0. Christian Scott got a pitch getting very Trey going forward. You swing it down when that's a foul. You swing it down, goes right into the stands, and that's a foul ball 1-1. Would you rather play for Cleveland or Philly? Philly's way better. Yeah. Well, yeah, because the only reason why LeBron likes the Sixers because you got Tyrese Maxey on the team, you got Joel Embiid on the team, you got VJ Scott on the team, so that's the reason why for them. Yeah, so and Christian Scott got another pitch getting for you try to go anymore. Running catch goes to strike 2, 1 and 2. Christian Scott got another pitch you try to go anymore. Swinging the pitch, not strike 3. And Trey Turner's down. Trey Turner, you over 2, which is Trey Turner, you over 2 with your first strikeout. And that's 3 outs to the Phillies. So it's going to the Mets have 1-1, the Phillies have 0-1. That's the end of the third lane, gentlemen. Moving on to the fourth inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Mets turn the bat. Let's see the Mets can even turn the bat top of the board. That was 1-0 Mets. And the 3 Mets players to the bat top of the board will be Francisco Lindor, Carson Bailey, and George Orlando. Yeah, this ain't Trey Turner's things here. And guess what, guys? The MLB has announced that every baseball team for the 2027 season will play all their games on opening. So every MLB team will be playing all their opening day games on the same day. So April 1st, all 30 MLB teams will be playing their open day games on April 1st of 2027 at the same time. So So instead of how this season, every baseball team was playing their opening games on different days. Now April 1st, every baseball team is gonna be playing. It's gonna have the opening day game having it on the same exact day. So it's not gonna be like 7 days for that. So yeah, they want to do that because they want to be on the same day. So just to make that be a thing. So they want to do that because they feel like that's better than having on 7 days and stuff. So yeah, so they figure that would be much better. Yeah, yes, that was the Phillies and the Tigers are playing against each other next year. Yeah, I think it's like around it's in April, so that's gonna be fun. And it's a home game too, so it's a home game too, so that makes it good for them. So so it's not like an away game or anything. So that's a good thing. So coming up the bat for the Mets, we have Francisco Lindor going to bat for the Mets. No Mets plays on base. Zeros, top of the board. Here we go. Aaron Nola got a pitch coming in for you. Lindor, get ready for it. He's swinging down with the 5 on 1. Aaron Nola got another pitch coming in for you. Lindor, get ready for it. Well, that's true, because the Tigers ain't that good, so. Right now, catching goes, balls 1-1. And Aaron Nola got another pitch coming in for you. Lindor, get ready for it. Swing and a miss, and that strike 2 is 1-2. And Aaron Nola got another pitch coming for you. Lindor, get ready for it. And Francisco Lindor grounds out to the second base and Roger started doing to the first base and Bryce Harper in time. And Francisco Lindor is out. So coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we got Carlton Benitez next to the bat for the Mets. No Mets plays on base. 1 out, about top of the board. Here we go. Aaron Nola got a pitch coming for you. Carlton ready for it. And Carlton Benitez grounds out to the second base and Roger started doing to the first base and Bryce Harper in time. And Carlton Benitez is out. So coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have George Polanco coming next to bat for the Mets. The Mets plays on base. 2 outs, top of the board. Here we go. Aaron Nola got a pitch coming for George. Get ready for it. Right now, catch goes strike 1 is on 1. Aaron Nola got another pitch coming for George. Get ready for it. They're calling Phillies is somewhere smoky. It's bad. And George Polanco grinds out to the shortstop Trey Turner due to the first baseman Bryce Harper. And George Polanco is out. That's 3 outs for the Mets. So let's go. The Mets have 1-1. The Phillies have 0 runs. And moving on to the bottom of the fourth, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Phillies turn the bat. Let's see the Phillies do turn the bat at the bottom of the fourth. And the 3 Philly players to the bat at the bottom of the fourth will be Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, and Brandon Morris. Kyle Schwarber is 0 for 1. Brandon Morris is 0 for 1. Kyle Schwarber is 0 for 1. Bryce Harper is 0 for 1 to strike out. and Brandon Marsh is over 1. No, we can't do that. We can't just trade Justin Carver. No, Justin Carver hasn't been in the bigs that long. You don't trade rookies. You don't do that in win things. No, you don't do that. No, don't do that. Justin Carver needs to just got to the bigs and they haven't been in the league that long. You can't just trade somebody that's a rookie like that. No, because then it would be like the same thing like the Sixers did with Jerry McCain. Second season, and just trade the guy because you're trying to develop and everything. You're trying to get better at his game. You don't just do that. Because then it will backfire when you do that because look what happened with the Sixers. Jerry McCain went to the Thunder, and look at that. He started balling out with them. And then it backfired on the Sixers for doing that. So think about that. That would not be a good idea. We need pitching. We can't get rid of Justin Carver because if we do that and he starts doing well with a different team, then it's gonna backfire on the Phillies. So that's a bad idea to think like that. So you don't want to get rid of Justin Carver. He's a prospect that we didn't even have him. That's like a Derek Hall situation. Look what happened with Derek Hall when we had in the Phillies. The guy couldn't stay with the Viz because he couldn't hit, and then we got rid of him. And look what happened with Dame. And then now Derek Hall can't even stick with any team because Derek Hall's the guy from Arizona. Can't even stick with another team. He got traded. Derek Hall got traded from the Phillies to the Pittsburgh Pirates, and then the Pittsburgh Pirates let him go because he was terrible. He can't hit him. So Justin Carver, you don't want to get rid of a rookie because you got to develop your rookie players. You can't just get rid of them. You can't just do that. You know, you can't just do that. I know Adrian Painter, you gotta let him get better down the minors. You can't just get rid of him like that, cause you can't just get rid of people just because you can't just do that. When people get called up to the show, they gotta try to prove themselves to stay in the big. Trading them doesn't solve the problem. It doesn't solve anything, cause it doesn't solve anything. No, cause Justin Carver was on the Phillies team way before Derek Hill got here. So cause Justin Carver was here since the season started. And keep telling you that he's been here since the season starting. And when Rod Townsend was the manager, Rod Townsend saw how good Justin Carver was during the spring training and saw how good he was, and then he did good in some of the games in the season starting. So Justin Carver hasn't been on the team that long. So you can't just trade him like that. You can't just trade somebody like that. You can't just do that. You gotta let people develop and stuff. You can't just trade everybody just because, like that. So, you can't just be doing that. Just trading young people, You can't be just doing that. No, the Phillies don't want Terrence School. You know that. You know they don't want that. You know that. So no, you know that. The Phillies don't want that. Yeah, the Phillies are not even thinking about getting Terrence School. You think that have you heard Don Melly saying, "Oh, we want to go get Terrence School from the Detroit Tigers"? And not one interview has them and Don Melly ever mentioned about wanting to do that. So that. So he hasn't mentioned them. So so that's one thing. So yeah, they mentioned about doing anything. So come at the bat for the Phillies. We had Couch working next to come to the bat for the Phillies. No Phillies versus Phillies. 0 outs, bottom of the board. Here we go. Christian Scott going to pitch. He's going to go through out. Christian going to pitch. Swing away straight one. Christian Scott going to pitch. Swing away. Catch the ball. 1-2-1. Christian Scott going to pitch. Swing away. Catch the ball. 3-1. Christian Scott going to pitch. Swing away. Strike 2. 3-2. Will kill. Christian Scott going to pitch. Swing away. That's strike 3. And Council was Cosmo, when you over 2 with your first strikeout. Coming up next to the Phillies, we got Bryce over next to the Phillies. No Philly fans on base. 1 out, bottom of the board. Here we go. Harbor Nation. And Christian Scott got a pitch for Bryce. Ronnie catch goes balls 1-0. Christian Scott got another pitch for Bryce. Ronnie catch goes 1-1. And Christian Scott got another pitch for Bryce. Ronnie catch goes balls 2-1. And Christian Scott got another pitch for Bryce. Going for 1. He's swinging that ball down the first base line. And Bryce Harper went around first. Stop a second. Bryce Harper got a double, yo. Bryce Harper got a hit. He's 1 for 2, yo. And this is Bryce Harper's 18th double on the 2026 season on the ground ball to the right fielder, Carson Beneggy. I'm talking about Bryce. He's some double. And you got to hit him. Bryce Harper is fast, y'all. 99 speed from my favorite player, Bryce Harper, yeah. Bryce Harper got them speed, y'all. No, I'm going on vacation to Atlantic City, not Chicago. Atlantic City, starting Wednesdays. I'm going to Atlantic City. That's in New Jersey. Not Chicago. If you know that Wednesdays, you would know. Atlantic City. I always say I go to Atlantic City every summer. So, not I don't go to Chicago. You got to fly there. You can't drive there. Yeah. No, so coming up next event for the Phillies, we have Brandon Morris next event for the Phillies. We got one free player, second base, one out, right on the floor. Here we go. Christian Scott got a pitch, going to Brandon Morris, ready for it. Running catch, good strike with 1. Christian Scott got another pitch, going to Brandon Morris, ready for it. Running catch, good rolls 1-1. And Christian Scott got another pitch, going to Brandon Morris, ready for it. You swing it down when that's a 5 rolls 1-2. Yeah, because then then I would say when you can't trade rookie players because just because you got somebody better, you can't trade rookie players like that. Because if you don't develop your rookie player, you keep trading them. What if the person that you got that's a veteran starts messing up? Then you're gonna say trading that rookie player was the best idea? Because the Phillies organization don't want to trade Justin Crawford because he's getting good. So why would you want to trade him when he's getting good? When a couple of games he's getting good, what's the point of doing that? That wouldn't be a smart idea to do. Cause then you just that's just the whole reason you can't get rid of somebody just because nobody's better than the other one. You know, like I said, Justin Crawford and Derrick Hill both good players. But getting rid of Justin Crawford off the team is not gonna make anything better because it's gonna come to bite the Phillies in the behind when he starts being better on a different team. And then it'd be like how the Sixers were keeping Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler, and look what happened. And Tobias Harris was terrible for the Sixers. And then that backfired in the Sixers line because they should have kept Jimmy Butler, who was the better basketball player. But they kept Tobias Harris, who was terrible, and look what happened. Then Sixers started to trade Tobias Harris to the Pistons, and because how bad it was. So like you did, they like so you can't just get rid of somebody that you're trying to develop. You don't do that. Yeah, so that's just one thing. So you can't do that. And in case it's got a 50 yards, in case it's going to strike on the way. Christian Scott got no 50 yards, trying to get one more. He's got no 50 yards, swinging 5-1-2. He's got no 50 yards, swinging 5-1-2. He's got no 50 yards, trying to catch 1-2-2. He's got no 50 yards, Brandon Marsh flies out to left being Juan Soto. And Brandon Marsh is out. Brandon Marsh, you're over 2. Coming up next to bat the Phillies, you got Alec Bohm next to bat the Phillies. You got one free player in second base. 2 outs, bottom of the first, bottom of the fourth. Here we go. Chris Scott got a pitch to Alec, but catch gun ball blue. Chris got no pitch to Alec, away board. And Alec Bohm pops out to the first baseman, Jerry Young, in foul territory. And Alec Bohm is out. Alec Bohm, you over 2. Are you straight Bryce Harper on second base? Terrible. That's 3 outs for the Phillies, so it's going to the Mets have 1-1. The Phillies have 0-1 at the end of the fourth, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the fifth inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Mets turn the van. Let's see the Mets getting the turn the van at the top of the van. And the 3 Mets players to the very top of the van will be Jerry Young, Brett Baty, and Francisco Alvarez. Man, the Phillies have one off day and they think better. I think that Brandon Marsh still is not hitting good because ever since the All-Star break, Brandon Marsh been not hitting good. Brandon Marsh couldn't hit good in the All-Star game and then also tonight. Like Brandon Marsh need to get it together because he's messing up for the team. So because he needs to get better at hitting because literally, we need the Brandon Marsh that was hitting really good, getting on base before the All-Star break. We need the Brandon Marsh from the first half of the season back. That's what we need because, Brandon Marsh is just not hitting good. And yeah, it's all Kevin Law's fault because, the way they got these players hitting like that. But, you can't just have them just be hitting just whatever. And then, expect them to be like, go out there and play great. Because, you can't just be having them just hit any old baseball, hit anything, and call that a thing. You can't just be doing it. It's just one thing, so, you just can't have people just hitting any old thing, so, that's just one of those things. You can't have people doing it, so. Now, the first thing, however, when we get some damn runs, can we do something here? Getting stuck at a zero is just terrible. So coming at the bat for the Mets, we have Jerry Young on the bat for the Mets. The Mets face on base. Jerry Young's top of the fifth. Here we go. Aaron Nola gonna pitch for Jerry. Go wait for it. Runner catch goes strike with a one. Aaron Nola gonna pitch for Jerry. Runner catch goes balls 1-1. Aaron Nola gonna pitch for Jerry. Go wait for it. Runner catch goes ball 2-2-1. And Aaron Nola gonna pitch for Jerry. Go wait for it. Oh wait, the Mets are charging this. Alright, they're charging this on what this is. Yeah, that's a strike. Runner catch goes strike 2 is a 2-2. And no, we're gonna pitch in there for you, Jerry. Go wait for it. Right now, catch goes the ball 3 is a 3-2 is a full count. And no, we're gonna pitch in there for you, Jerry. Go wait for it. And that is ball 4. And Jerry Young is ball to base the first base for the Mets. Way to go, Aaron Nolan. Walking second batter of the game had to be Jerry Young. So coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Red Vandy. Next to bat for the Mets, we have one Mets player on first base. 0 top of the bin. Here we go. Red Vandy X Red Tower Yo. Red Vandy get right in the bat versus one baseballs. Aaron Nolan got a pitch getting for you, Red. Get ready for it. Right now, catch goes balls 1-0. Aaron Nolan got a pitch getting for you, Red. Get ready for it. You swing it down when that's a 5 balls and 1-1. First, Red Patsy. I don't know why I didn't get to take last one, wrong. Aaron Nolan got another pitch getting for you, Red. Get ready for it. Right now, catch goes ball 2 to 2-1. And no, we're gonna pitch gonna for you work away for it. You swing it down when that's a 5 balls to 2-2. And Aaron over gonna pitch the way break away forward. His speed arrow goes right into the grass, and that's a single. And Wet Betty will race the first base for the Mets. And Wet Betty singles on a sharp line drive to the center field and Justin Carver. Jerry Young at second base. So the Mets have Wet Betty on first base and Jerry Young on second base. Justin Carver, you're supposed to catch that baseball. Come on, Justin Carver. What are you doing, man? So coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have Francisco Alvarez. The next to bat for the Mets, we got Max Base on first and second base. Zeros, top of the fifth, here we go. Aaron Nola got a pitch connect for Alvarez going forward. Right now catching those balls with him. And Aaron Nola got another pitch connect for Alvarez going forward. And Francisco Alvarez asks for Tamayo. And Francisco Alvarez get right in the red box system with baseballs. And Aaron Nola got another pitch connect for Alvarez going forward. Right now catching those balls 2-2-0. And Aaron Nola got another pitch connect for Alvarez going forward. Right now catching those ball 3-3-0. And Aaron Nola got another pitch connect for Alvarez going forward. Right now catching the strike one is a 3-1. And Aaron Nola got another pitch connect for Alvarez going forward. And that is one forward. Francisco Alvarez is one against the first base for the Reds. Way to go, Aaron Nola. You walk at third man of the game. Had to be Francisco Alvarez. So the Reds have Francisco Alvarez on first base. Brett Beatty on second base. And Jerry Young on third base. Bases loaded for the Reds. And now we got a right with it. Here comes Kenny Conley coming into the mound to talk to Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola load the bases, y'all, for the New England Reds. Yeah, Aaron Nola, you stink, man. So coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have AJ Ewing next to bat for the Mets. Bases going for the Mets, zeros, top of the fifth, here we go. Aaron Nola got a pitch connect for AJ Ewing forward. Right now catching goes balls 1-0. And Aaron Nola got another pitch connect for AJ Ewing forward. And AJ Ewing lodged into unassisted double play to the first baseman Bryce Harper, and Francisco Alvarez out at first base. Yeah, so coming up next, the vet for the Mets, we have Juan Soto next to vet for the Mets. Yeah. We still got the base loaded. And Aaron Nola intentionally was Juan Soto. So the Mets have Juan Soto on first base, Red Video second base, and Jerry Young on third base. Yeah, so coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Volchek next to bat for the Mets. Bases loaded for the Mets. 2 outs, top of the fifth. Here we go. Aaron Nola got a pitch gonna for you, low, go away for it. Swing and a miss, and that strike one is on one. But still, was AJ Ewing gliding into that other assistant double play to get himself out and when Cisco Alvarez out. That was hilarious. And Aaron Nola got a pitch gonna for you, low, go away for it. Swing and a miss, and that strike two is on 2. But then walking, intentionally walking one zone, you're not letting him get into that one damn hit. That was terrible. And Aaron Nola got another pitch for you, roll away for it. And Volchek got an extra time, and Volchek is rapping the red to some baseballs. And Aaron Nola got another pitch for you, roll away for it. That ball's in the dirt, the ball's 1-2. And Aaron, and, and Aaron Nola got another pitch for you, roll away for it. You swing it down when that's a 5-0, 1-2. And Aaron Nola got another pitch for you, roll away for it. And Volchek flies out to the right fielder, Gabriel Cole Jr. And Volchek is out. And that's 3 outs for the Mets. So it's going. The Mets have 1-1, the Phillies have 0 runs. And moving on to the bottom of the fifth, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies turn the bad. Let's see what the Phillies can do to turn the bad at the bottom of the fifth. And the 3 Philly players to get back at the bottom of the fifth will be Bryson Stott, J.T. Realmuto, and Gabriel Cole Jr. Bryson Stott's over 1 with a strikeout. J.T. Realmuto is over 1. And Gabriel Cole Jr. is over 1 with a strikeout. So coming up the bat for the Phillies, we have Bryson Stock in the bat of the Phillies. No Philly Bears on base. 0 outs, bottom of the fifth. Here we go. Christian got a pitch, getting a Bryce Stock, go right forward. Running catch, go to the balls below. Christian got another pitch, Bryce Stock, go right forward. Running catch, go to strike 1-1-1. And Christian got another pitch, getting a Bryce Stock, go right forward. And swinging that was a foul tip, that's 1-2. And Christian got another pitch, Bryce Stock, go right forward. And Bryce Stock asked for a time on you. And Bryce Stock is right in the back system with baseballs. And Christian got another pitch, getting a Bryce Stock, go right forward. Riding catch goes ball 2, the 2-2. And Christian got another pitch, Bryce Stock, go right forward. He swing that was a 5-0, the 2-2. And Christian got another pitch, Bryce Stock, go right forward. He swing that one, that's another 5-0, still 2-2. And Christian got another pitch, Bryce Stock, go right forward. Swing the base and that strike three, and Bryson starts down. Bryson Stock, you over 2 with your second strikeout. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have J.T. Ramirez next to bat the Phillies. No Philly Bears on base. 1 out, bottom of the fifth. Here we go. Christian got a pitch, gonna break J.T. away forward. Riding catch go to strike 1-1. And Christian gonna pitch with J.T. away forward. And J.T. Ramirez runs out to the second base and Brett Bailey through to the first base and Jerry Young. And J.T. Ramirez out. J.T. Ramirez, you 1 for 2. There's no still wearing a mask on because they know that the California wildfire smoke ain't no joke. Put that mask on because you know you're going to be in the damn California smoke. I mean, they know that Canadian wildfire ain't no joke. They wearing a mask because they know like they ain't trying to breathe in that Canadian smoke. Nope. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we had Gabriel McCurry Jr. next to bat for the Phillies. No Philly Bears on base. 2 outs, bottom of the fifth. Here we go. Christian got a pitch for Gabriel, go ready for a swing and a miss, strikes on 1. And Christian got another pitch for Gabriel, go ready forward. Running catch goes, the balls 1-1. And Christian got another pitch for Gabriel, go ready forward. Running catch goes, the ball 2-1. And Christian got another pitch connected for Gabriel, go ready forward. He swing it in when it's a 5-0, the swing at the 5-0, the 2-2. And Christian got another pitch connected for Gabriel, go ready forward. Wait, the Mets are challenging this. Wait a minute. ABS challenge, the Mets are challenging this. Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, that's a ball. Running catch goes to ball threes, a 3-2 is a full count. And the Mets had no shots remaining. And Christian got another pitch in there for you game. We'll go ready for it. And Christian got another pitch for you game. We'll go ready for it. He's swinging there when it's a 5-0. He's swinging there with a 5-0, a 3-2. Yeah, the Mets had the worst first half of the season. Yeah, the Mets are just terrible. And Christian got another pitch in there for you game. We'll go ready for it. He's swinging there when it's another 5-0, still 3-2. And Christian Scott got another pitch for you game. We'll go ready for it. Wait. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on, wait a minute, wait a second. Yeah, that's a strike. Running catch got a strike three. Gabriel Cody Jr. down. Gabriel Cody Jr., you're over two, your second strikeout. And that's 3 outs to the Phillies. So let's go to the Mets have 1 the Phillies at 0 in the Phillies, gentlemen. Moving on to the 6th inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Mets turn the red. Let's see if the Mets can turn the red at the top of the 6th. Still one of the Mets. The 3 Mets players in the red at the top of the 6th meet. Francisco Lindor, Carson Benitez, and George Oladipo. Oh yeah, the All-Star Weekend is gonna be in Chicago next year. So Chicago, Illinois is gonna be hosting the All-Star Weekend with the MLB Draft, and then also the Home Run Derby, plus the All-Star Game. So So come up the bat for the Mets. We have a 61 to 1 in the bat for the Mets. So Mets face on 0 top of the 6. Here we go. Aaron Nola got a pitch in the ring with the 1 ready for it. Why that catch goes strike with the 1. Aaron Nola got a pitch in the ring with the 1 ready for it. He's swinging there when that's a 5 balls on 1 on 2. And no longer another pitch going to bring Lindor going forward. And Francisco Lindor grounds out to the second base and vice decided to do it to the first base and vice over. And Francisco Lindor is out. I'm not sure yet, so it's my birthday trip anyway. It's a birthday trip for me. But I'm not sure what we'll be doing, so I haven't decided what I'm going to do, so. And we're gonna so coming next to bat for the Mets here. Cards Veneers and then the bat for the Mets. No Mets fans on base. 1 out, top of the 6th. Here we go. We're gonna face 3 cards and going forward. Running catch goes well as well. No, because my grandma can't doesn't go with me because and so it's only just me, my mom and dad. So yeah, because it's a family trip. You know. We're gonna face gonna be cards and going forward. Running catch goes well as well. We're gonna face 3 cards and going forward. Running catch goes straight 1-1. We're gonna face 3 cards and going forward. And Cards Banana reaches on the pin in the air by the shortstop Trey Turner. Trey Turner, you stank, man. So coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have George Malenko connects the bat for the Mets. We got 1 Mets fan second base. 1 out, top of 6. Here we go. Aaron Nola got a pitch in the bring George going forward. Runner catch those balls below. That's a good idea. Was that the domination pincher there him? Yeah, that would help right now. Aaron Nola got another pitch in the bring George going forward. Runner catch goes strike 1-1-1. And we're gonna pitch gonna bring George going forward. Runner catch goes ball 2-2-1. And we're gonna pitch gonna bring George going forward. Swing runner catch goes to strike 2 to 2-2. And we're gonna pitch gonna bring George going forward. And George Malenko waits for Tamayo. And George Malenko reviving the back to some baseballs. And we're gonna pitch for George going forward. Swing and a miss, and that strike doing it. Jones Willie goes out. Jones Willie got struck the second time by Aaron Nolan. Go send that mess that go, yeah. Fifth strike off Aaron Nolan, 5 Ks. So coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have Jerry Young next to bat for the Mets. We got 1 Mets fan second base, 2 outs, top of the 6. Here we go. Aaron Nolan got a pitch, gonna break Jerry, going forward. Swing and a miss, and that strike one's on 1. There, Ron Kirk going on the road for the Phillies. And Aaron Nolan got a pitch, gonna break Jerry, going forward. Swing and a miss, and that strike 2 is on 2. And Aaron Nola got another pitch gonna for you, Jerry Gray forward. And Jerry Young strikes on the foul tip. And Jerry Young is out. Six strikeout for Aaron Nola in 6 games. And that's 3 outs for the Mets. So it's good. The Mets have 1-1. The Phillies have 0 ones. The bottom of the sixth, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies turn the red, the Phillies near turn the red, the bottom of the sixth. And the three Philly players in the red, the bottom of the sixth will be Justin Culver, Trey Turner, and Cal Swimmer. Justin Culver's over 1, Trey Turner's over 2 to strikeout, and Cal Swimmer's over 2 to strikeout. Let's see. Coming at the bat for the Phillies, we had Justin Culver coming to bat for the Phillies. No Philly bats, no Rays, zeros, bottom of the sixth. Here we go. Christian got a face going to raise Justin Raymond. Rodney Catch goes strike on 1. And Christian got a face with Justin Raymond. Rodney Catch goes strike 2, zone 2. And Christian got a face with Justin Raymond. He's swinging that one. That's a 5-0, zone 2. That's what we of the Mets. And Christian and the Fish gonna play Justin Rayburn. Rodney's catching goes balls 1 and 2. And Christian and the Fish with Justin Rayburn. And Justin Culver guards out to the shortstop assisting Lindor due to the first in Jerry Young time. And Justin Culver's down. Justin Culver, you over 2. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Trey. Coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Trey Turner. Next to bat for the Phillies, no Philly Bears, no Rays. 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, here we go. Christian got a face where you try to go 84, running catch goes ball low. Just Christian got a face where you try to go 84, running catch goes ball 2, 2-0. And Christian got a face where you try to go 84. Swing at the base, and that strike 1 is a 2-1. When you right about that one, Star Wars, the Mets and the Phillies both can't hit. You need to take a hit, so. And Christian gonna play try to go 84. Rodney catching goes the ball 3 to 3-1. and Christian gonna face gonna vote Trey Grayboy. And Trey Turner lines out to second base and Red Bailey, and Trey Turner's out. Trey Turner, you 0 for 3 with your first strikeout. And that's so come up the bag for the coming next to the Phillies. We have Cowboys next to the Phillies. No Braves, no Rays. 2 hours, 5 minutes, 6. Here we go. Christian got a pitch for you. Score with Gray Boys. Sweet as 501. And Christian got a pitch in the race. Score with Gray Boys. He's swinging it. Go hard here. Go away with it. The ball's going, going, gone. Solo home run for Cowboys, and the Phillies have tied the game. Well, nice. It's not, what is it? Well, count as a double. Well, whatever. Swing go running. Swing go. Well, wait, is that a double or a home run? Because I don't know which one you called in. What we called it, guys? Called in. That was a home run. That's a home run. Rewind in. Yeah, that's a home run. Because that ball went out. Ain't nobody touched that ball, so yeah. Yeah, we landed. That, yeah. That should be a home run ball. That should not be a double. Check that in with me. Check that again. Ain't nobody touched that baseball. No home run. Damn. No home run. Damn. There's no interference on it. There's no favors there. Nobody even touched it at the time, so. Come on. There's a Cosmo. One of my first thoughts said Cosmo got a W. Cosmo, you 1 for 3. Your first strikeout. This Cosmo was 10 double on the 2026 season on a 5-0 to the right to the right fielder. Supposed to be innings. No, it is overturned. So it's not even a home run. They overturned that. That's a double. The umpires overturned that. So we had the Mets manager coming to the mound to talk to Christian Scott. He's taking out the game, pitching change for the Mets. Yeah, so that's a double. So yeah, gonna count as a home run because if we did, we got a point. We got kind of run the board. So yeah, so we ain't getting no run for that one. So. Yes, that's a double zone. So pink change for the red. So Christian Scott double pitching tonight, convincing Reggie Book. Really. So coming up next to bat the Phillies, we got Detroit. We got Bryce Harper next to bat the Phillies. We got one pink pair, second base. 2 outs, 5 and 6 inning. Harper Nation. Harper Nation. Harper Nation. And Brooks got a pitch, going to play Bryce going forward. Running catch goes balls below. And Brooks got a pitch, Bryce going forward. Running catch goes ball 2-2-0. And Brooks got a pitch, Bryce going forward. And the shortstop in the position doing try to pitch up to his third baseman. Try to take Cows forward. Cows was sizing the third base. At the third base, the Blue Jay couldn't catch it. And Cowser was picked off and caught stealing third base. Cowser advanced to third base on a throw in there by the shortstop for Six Lindor. So coming up next, Brooks got another pitch going to be Bryce Gray forward. Running catch goes to ball 3-3-0. And Brooks got another pitch going to be Bryce Gray forward. And that is ball 4. And Bryce Harper is ball to advance to first base for the Phillies. So the Phillies have Bryce Harper on first base and Cowser on third base. Plays of the corners down. He never kept as a home run. Still to this day, though, still kept as a double. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Brandon Morris next to bat for the Phillies. We have Benny Bears on first base and third base. 2 outs, 5 and 6 inning. Woods got a pitch, going to bring Morris way forward. Running catch goes strike on 1. And Woods got another pitch, going to bring Morris way forward. Brandon Morris get Castle on. He's swinging down when that's a 5-0-2. And Woods got another pitch, going to bring Morris way forward. Swinging the base and that strike three. Brandon Morris is down. Brandon Morris, you over 3, your first strikeout. And he's straight Castle on second base. And he's straight Bryce Harper and Castle on base. Table, that's the answer to the Phillies. So score the Mets at 1-1. The Phillies at 0. That's the end of the 6th inning, gentlemen. We on to the 7th inning, gentlemen. It's the Mets turn the red. Let's see if the Mets can do it. Turn the red top 7. And the 3 Mets playing to the red top 7. Brett Bailey, Francisco Alvarez, and A.J. Ewing. And I'll start pitching. So we got Brett Beatty coming back for the Mets. The Mets fans are making zeros. Top of the seventh, here we go. And we're going to pitch the breakaway for when he catch goes strike to one. And we're going to pitch the breakaway for Sweeney Grounding. We're the balls going. So we'll run from Brett Beatty. And the Mets are steadily yet again. Let's go. The Mets have 2 runs. The Phillies have 0 runs. And the Mets will get the second one scored in the top of the seventh. Thanks to Brett Beatty. So on this Brett Beatty's fifth one on the 2026 season on the 5 hole, the right center field. That's 2 at the Reds. So coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Francisco Alvarez next to bat for the Reds. So Mets plays away, zeros, top of the 7th, here we go. Aaron Nola got a pitch getting for Alvarez, ready for it. He's swinging, that was a 5-1. Aaron Nola got a pitch to Alvarez, ready for it. And Francisco Alvarez, that's for Tommy Young. Francisco Alvarez, you're right in the back, like 6 more base runs. And Nola got a pitch getting for Alvarez, ready for it. Right now, catching those balls on the 1. And Nola got a pitch for Alvarez, ready for it. Right catch goes the ball 2-2-1. And only gonna pitch for Alvarez ready for win. Right catch goes the ball 3-3-1. And only gonna pitch for Alvarez ready for win. He's swinging that one, go high, you can wave it in, that ball's going. Second home run of the game, second home run of the night for Francisco Alvarez. The Mets still the lead yet again. So it's good. It's good. The Mets have 3 runs and the Phillies have 0 runs. And Francisco Alvarez getting second home run of the night. This is Francisco Alvarez, 11 home runs in the 2026 season on the line drive to left center, left field. And you got the same person, Francisco Alvarez getting second home run of the game. And 11 on the season. He's got 2 homes left though. You know what? Back to back shit. We got Roberts, so we have Don Manley coming. We got Don Manley. We got the Phillies interrange and Don Manley coming to the mound to talk to Aaron Nola. That ain't good. He's taking him out of the game. Pitching change for the Phillies. The pitch has a face, and those that pitch neck on the pitch wing, John Devalin. And only was 6 in the face, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 runs, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, 3 runs with 3 in a 5.68 ERA. And coming up next to bat for the Mets, we had AJ Ewing next to bat for the Mets. The Mets raise and raise. Zeros. Top of the 7, here we go. And Johnny Valley in the pitch, AJ running catch goes strike 1. And Johnny Valley in the pitch, AJ going forward. AJ Ewing grinds out to the first base and Bryce Harper. AJ Ewing is down. And coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Juan Soto going next to bat for the Mets. The Mets raise and raise. 1 out, top of 7, here we go. Jonathan Bauer got the pitch connect for you one, go ready for it. Run that catch goes balls 1 out. And Jonathan Bauer got the pitch for you one, go ready for it. He swing that one to 5 balls 1-1. And Jonathan Bauer got the pitch for you one, go ready for it. Run that catch goes to strike 2 is 1-2. And Jonathan Bauer got the pitch connect for you one, go ready for it. He swinging that one, that's a 5 balls 1-2. And and Jonathan Bauer got the pitch for you one, go ready for it. He swinging that one, that's another 5 balls 1-2. And Jonathan Bauer got the pitch for you one, go ready for it. Run that catch goes ball 2 to 2-2. And Johnny Valley gonna pitch me one, go ready for it. He swing that was a 5 balls and 2-2. And Johnny Valley gonna pitch for you one, go ready for it. Run that catch goes ball 3 to 3-2 to full count. And Johnny Valley gonna pitch me one, go ready for it. And that is ball 4. And one solo is ball the base, the first base for the Mets. Way to go, Johnny Valley. You walk your first bat again, had to be one solo. And coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Check next to bat for the Mets. We have one Mets player on first base, 1 out, top of 7, here we go. Jonathan Valway gonna pitch for you, go ready for it. Run that catch goes strike 1. Jonathan Valway gonna pitch for you, go ready for it. This swing that was a 5 balls 1-2. And Jonathan Valway gonna pitch for you, go ready for it. And Voce grounds into a double play. And then Voce grounds into a double play to the shortstop. Trey turns to the first base and Bryce Harmon. Juan Soto's out of second base and Voce is out of first base. Yes, though, you like double plays. And that's 3 outs for the Mets. So it's going. The Mets have 3 runs. The Phillies have 0 runs. Moving on to the bottom of the 7th, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Mets turn. It's the Phillies turn the bat. Let's see the Phillies new to the bat at the bottom of the 7th. Now it's 3 at the Mets. And the 3 Phillies players here at the bat at the bottom of the 7th league. Alec Bohm, Bryce Stott, and JT Reno. Alec Bohm's over 2. Bryce Stott's over 2 with 2 strikeouts. And JT Reno is 1 for 2. So pitch chase for the Mets. So Wood really don't pitch tonight. Gonna pitch for the Mets. We has to go. Mets have been. So coming at the bat for the Phillies. We had a next to the Phillies. No Phillies. No the bat for the Phillies. No Phillies. No Rays. 0. Top of the bottom of the 7. Here we go. Has to go. Gonna pitch. We have going for Elbow grounds out to the third base and roll check. Do it to the first base and Jerry Young and Tom. Elbow was out. Elbow over 3. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have Bryson Stock, and next to bat the Phillies. No Philly Bears on Rays, 1 out, the bottom of the 7, here we go. As a call, gonna pitch, gonna wait, Stock away forward. Bryson catcher goes, strike with a 1. As a call, gonna pitch, we Stock away forward. Bryson catcher goes, balls 1-1. And as a call, gonna pitch, we Stock away forward. He's swinging down when that's a 5 balls, 1 and 2. And as a call, gonna pitch, we Stock away forward. The catcher goes, strike with a 1. They're gonna be stopping the catcher goes 1-1. They're gonna be stopping the catcher goes, swing the 5-1-2. They're gonna be stopping by Stock by time, by Stock, by the balance, and 1 base move. As a call, gonna pitch, we Stock away forward. He's swinging down with us, another 5 balls, still 1 and 2. And as a call, gonna pitch, gonna play Stock away forward. And Bryson Stott flies out to the center fielder, AJ Ewing. Bryson Stott's out. Bryson Stott, you over 3 with your second strikeout. Yeah, the Phillies gonna hit the right. The Phillies gonna hit the right side of a barn once the Star Wars. The Phillies gonna hit the right side of a barn. That's why you have to use a farm-related joke. Yep. Coming up next, the bat for the Mets. Coming next by the Phillies. We have JT Real next by the Phillies. On Philly Bears on base. 2 rounds, bottom of the 7. Here we go. As the call got the pitch, JT ready for it. Running catch goes well low. And then the Mets 7-round visit. And as the call got the pitch, gonna bring JT away for it. He's swinging down when it's a 5 balls 1-1. And has it going to pitch for JT away for it. He's swinging down when it's a foul 10. It's a 1-2. And has it going to pitch for JT away for it. And JT really likes my time on yo. And JT really will rub in the rubber 6 more baseballs. And has it going to pitch for JT away for it. Running catch goes to ball 2 to 2-2. And has it going to pitch going to bring JT away for it. Running catch goes to ball 3 to 3-2 to full count. And has it going to pitch for JT away for it. And JT Real grinds out to the shortstop of Francisco Joe the first base Jerry Young in time. And JT Real is down. JT Real, you over 3. You 1 for 3. And that's the answer for the Phillies. So the score is the Phillies have 0. The score is the Mets have 3. The Phillies have 0. Let's end the 7th German. Moving on to the 8th League German. It's the Mets on the red. Let's see the Mets can do the tournament top of the 8. The 3 Mets play the red top of the 8 week. Francisco Lindor, Carson Villegas, and George Olenko. Pictures of the Phillies. So, Johnny Rollins, no pitching night, color pitching face, Sir Johnson. On the red for the Mets, we have Francisco Lindor connects the red, come the red for the Mets. The Mets plays away, 0 top of the game, here we go. Sir Johnson gonna pitch for Lindor, going for it. Right that catch goes balls below. And Sir Johnson gonna pitch for Lindor, going for it. Right that catch goes ball 2-2 now. And Sir Johnson gonna pitch gonna bring Lindor, going for it. Right that catch goes straight 2 is a 2-1. And Johnny Rollins gonna pitch for Lindor, going for it. It was 6-1 lines out to the shortstop Trey Turner. It was 6-1 down. So coming up next, the red for the Mets, we have Carson Lee next to the Mets. So let's play the Rays. 1 out, top of the 8. Here we go. And second to the pitch, we call the great back. Carson Lee grinds out to the second base. Everybody started to the first base. Everybody started one time. And coming up next, the red for the Reds, we have George Beverly Coke next to the Reds. We got the West plays away. 2 goals. From the top of the 8, here we go. Started on the pitch, we George ready for run the catch goes. Run the catch goes, balls 1-0. Instead, George gonna pitch for you. George ready for it. And George ready to go. Lines out sharply to the left field of Brandon Morris. And George ready goes out. That's 3 outs to the Reds. So it's going to the Reds have 3 runs. The Phillies have 3 runs. Moving on to the bottom of the 8, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies turn the Reds. Let's see the Phillies and turn the Reds. The bottom of the 8. The 3 Philly players to the Reds. The bottom of the 8 be Gabriel Cody Jr., Justin Colvin, and Trey Turner. Gabriel Cody Jr. is over 2 with 2 strikeouts. Justin Colvin is over 2, and Trey Turner is over 3 with a strikeout. chance for the Reds. The Reds are Reds. I'm pitching like the pitch to the Reds. Luke Weaver. On the bat for the Phillies. We had Gabriel Cook for the bat for the Phillies. No play for the Rays. Zeros. Bottom eight. Here we go. Luke Weaver got a pitch to Gabriel Cook. Fires out the shot leads to center fielder AJ Ewing. Gabriel Cook Jr. is out. Gabriel Cook Jr. over 3 with 2 strikeouts. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we had Justin Crawford next to bat the Phillies. No Philly fans, no Rays. 1 out, top of the 8. Here we go. Luke Weaver got a pitch connect for Justin Gray Bruin. Running catch goes strike 1 is 0-1. And Luke Weaver got another pitch for Justin Gray Bruin. And Luke Weaver got another pitch for Justin Gray Bruin. Running catch goes strike 1 and Luke Weaver got Justin Gray Bruin. Justin Crawford pops out to the third base and goes in. Justin Crawford's down. Justin Coley over 3. Coming up next to bat the Phillies, we have Trey Turner. Coming next to bat the Phillies, no Philly fans, no A's. 2 outs, bottom 8. Here we go. Luke Weaver got a pitch connect for Trey Gray Bruin. He's swinging down, go out in the air, way back there, that ball is going. So the running catch goes straight on the swing there, Trey swing there, go out in the air, way back there, the ball is going. So long for Trey Turner, the Phillies on the board. Let's go, the Mets have 3-1, the Phillies have 1-1, and Trey Turner got a hit, he's going for you. Let's go, the Mets have 3-1, the Phillies have 1-1, the Phillies, we get the first one score. The following next to Trey Turner, so 1-1, this is Trey Turner's 11-1. Like 2016 on the 5 holes, 11 p.m. See, Star Wars, you just start saying Trey Turner Sons, because now comes the backfired in your face again. Every time Star Wars, you say Trey Turner sucks, then he actually do something to make you feel like, okay, he does that, so there you just got told again. And coming up next to bat for the Reds, for the Phillies, we have Cowsville next to bat the Phillies, no Philly fans of A's, 2 outs, bottom 8, here we go. We were gonna pitch connect with swing away for one. Running catch goes strike with 1. And Luke we were gonna pitch swing away for one. Running catch goes the ball to 1. Luke we were gonna pitch swing away for one. Running catch goes the ball 2-1. And Luke we were gonna pitch swing away for 1. And Cosmo grounds out to the second base and red rating through the first base, Jerry Young in time. Cosmo is down. That's what you were looking for with your first strikeout. That's the other the Phillies. So it's the Mets at 3-1, the Phillies at 1-1. That's it. It's 8 Legion. We're going to the ninth to find the 8 Legion. It's the Mets turn the back. Let's see the Mets can do it to the Mets top of the 9. The Mets play the Mets top of the 9 with Joe Young, with Batty, number 6 Alvarez. We come to the bed for the Mets. We have Ray Vandy in the bed for the Mets. Come to the bed for the Mets. We have Jerry Young in the bed for the Mets. The Mets plays on 8-0-7-9. Here we go. That John's still pitching, y'all. We got Seth Johnson. Seth Johnson got a pitch. Gonna bring Jerry Gray forward. Running catch goes the ball 2-0. And Seth Johnson gonna pitch to Jerry Gray for running catch goes the ball 2-2-0. And Seth Johnson gonna pitch to Jerry Gray for a swing that's the foul balls 2-1. And Seth Johnson gonna pitch gonna bring Jerry Gray forward. Running catch goes the ball 3-3-1. And Seth Johnson gonna pitch to Jerry Gray forward. He's swinging there when it's a foul balls of 3-2 to full count. And that is ball four. And Jerry Young is going to miss the first base for the Reds. We're going to look at second base, first base of the game with Jerry Young. From next to bat for the Reds, we have Red Bailey next to bat for the Reds. We got one next to bat on first base. 0 outs, bottom of the top of the line. Here we go. So Johnson got 15 right. And Red Bailey flies out to the left field of Brandon Orange. And Red Bailey's down. And coming up next to bat for the Reds, we have Francisco Alvarez next to bat the Reds. We got one next to bat on first base. 1 out, top of the line. Here we go. So Johnson got a pitch to Alvarez going for it. Runner catch goes straight with 1. And so Johnson got a pitch to Alvarez going for it. And so Johnson got a pitch to Alvarez. Runner catch goes straight 1. And so Johnson got a pitch to Alvarez and going for it. Francisco Alvarez. And Since everyone's expertorial, since everyone's on the women, the baseball, such as the University of Everyone's really born, when I catch goes roll to one, so just the University of Everyone's really born, when I catch goes roll 2-1, and such as the University of Everyone's really born. Swinging the miss and that's strike 2 to 2-2. And such as the University of Everyone's really born. He's swinging down with the 5-2-2. And such as the University of Everyone's really born. And swinging the strike 2-2. And the young University of Everyone's swinging the 5-2-2. It was swinging the miss and that's strike 3. And the was down. Coming up next to bat for the Mets, we got AJ Woo next to bat for the Mets. We got one Mets playing on first base, 2 outs, top 9 you. Seth Johnson got a pitch for you, AJ Wayborn. Runner catcher goes rolls below. And Seth Johnson got a pitch for you, out for you, AJ Wayborn. So runner catcher goes to strike 2, 1-2. And Seth Johnson got a pitch for you, AJ runner catcher goes below. Seth Johnson got a pitch for you, runner catcher goes to strike 1-1. Seth Johnson got a pitch for you, AJ Wayborn. Runner catcher goes to strike 2, 1-2. And Seth Johnson got a pitch for AJ Wayborn. And AJ Wayborn got for Tommy on AJ Wayborn get right in the back of the baseball. And AJ got for Tommy on AJ right in the back of the baseball. And Seth Johnson got a pitch for AJ Wayborn. He's taking that all the way to roll. AJ Wayborn on the round first, top of second. AJ Wayborn got a W on this AJ Wayborn's 10th double on the 2026 season. The ground ball to left fielder Brandon Walsh. Thank you very much. And Mets scored another runs. Let's go to Fed Mets at 4-1. The Phillies at 1-1. The Mets get the 4-1 score on the top of the ninth. Thanks to Jerry Young. No, that's about the rest of your tall tennis, about the rest, the west face away, you will express a ways, 2 hours about the top 90 you. So, Johnny in the face for you, time will go evil when it comes to the regular one. So, you're going to be time, so I'm going to get the swing race strike 1 and 2. And so, John's going to be time with swing race at strike 3. So, Taylor's out. So, Taylor's at the airbound so, Johnny will send the rest of your year. Second strikeout so, Johnny 2 Ks. So, big change for the Mets. So, Luke Lee was official for the Mets. Going to go to the Mets, Devin Williams. On the back of the Phillies, we have Bryce Harper on the back of the Phillies. No Phillies race on age. 2 overs, 5 9. Here we go. Harper Nation. Harper Nation. Harper Nation. Devin Williams going to pitch. Going to make Bryce going for a swing. Devin Williams, the 5 balls on 1. And Devin Williams going to pitch. Going to play Wood. And Devin Williams going to pitch. Going to play Bryce going for it. And then we're gonna fix me right, so we have the ball on. Then we're gonna fix me right, so we're going. Swinging the man is straight to 0-2. And then we're gonna fix me right, so we're going. Right is catching those balls 1-2. And then we're gonna fix the way right, so we're going. Right is catching those balls 2-2-2. And then we're gonna fix me right, so we're going. And Bryce over goes out to the second base and right base to the first base and Jerry Bryce over down. Bryce over you 1 for 3, your first strikeout. For the next to the Phillies, we have Brandon Walsh next to the Phillies. No Philly fans on base. 1 out, top of the bottom 9, here we go. Then we're going to Steve Walsh, going for the swing at 5-1. Then we're going to Steve Walsh when they catch goes balls for 1. And then we're going to Steve Walsh, ready for 1. So that goes right, running catch goes ball 2-2-1. And then we're gonna play Walsh, ready for 1. And Randy Walsh lines out to the left field and right. So I want to say that Randy Walsh shot Randy Walsh over 4 with your first strikeout. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have Alec Bowen next to the Phillies, no Philly fans on base. 2 goals, the bottom 9, here we go. Devin Williams got a base gonna for your Alec Ray Bowen. And then we're gonna face me Alec Ray Bowen. Swing the mids and that strike goes on 1. And then we're gonna face me Alec Ray Bowen. He swing that was a 5-0-2. And then we're gonna face gonna play Alec Ray Bowen. Running catch goes balls 1 and 2. that we're gonna visit for you. We're grateful. Between the race that rolls down. Very well, you're over 3, and that's the road. Final score, that's the road game. Final score is 41, the Reds win. So the Reds are Reds on the 41 and 57 of the season. The Phillies are down to 54 and 44 in the season. The Reds get the 41st win. The Phillies get the 44 loss. And yeah, not a good game by Aaron Nola tonight. You know, not a good game for him, so. Yeah, so yeah. Guys, I will be streaming the Phillies. And guys, I will be streaming the Phillies versus the New York Mets for game number 2 of the 3-game series on Saturday. On Saturday afternoon at 4:05 p.m. on YouTube channel, guys. Let's see the Phillies win game number 2 on Saturday afternoon at 4:05 p.m. The Phillies have off day tomorrow. So yeah, and stuff like that. So let's see the Phillies win game 2 on Saturday at 4:05 p.m. You know. And we have a good pitching matchup on Saturday afternoon. It's gonna be Sherman Arias versus Hayden Zardo. So you know it's gonna be a good matchup. Those two head to head against each other. So and the rest of the game for the Phillies, the way he was pitching, you know. Then we got 790 versus Arizona. So 790 is 2-4 in the season. With a 4.56 ERA, 74 strikeouts. Arizona is 84 in the season. With a 3.51 ERA and 136 strikeouts. Let's see what the Phillies can do on Saturday night, on Saturday afternoon, against the Mets in game 2, and try to win that one. But enough being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of y'all Thursday night, and I will see you guys on Saturday afternoon for the next Phillies regular season live pay play. Let's go Phillies, yeah. Let's see the Phillies win game 2 on Saturday afternoon at 4:05 p.m. And I hope the Phillies enjoy their second off, they enjoy their off day tomorrow. So yeah, so the MG fan, we stay there. Let's go Phillies. And you go rest the game is out. Peace out, guys. See you guys for on Saturday. The Phillies and Mets game 2 for the 3-game series. With Hayden started on the mound.